Weekly Inspiration. I'm your host, Joey Sampaga.
And I'm Kathy Beckman.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi, Joey. We got to share this.
Yes.
Okay, so we just got done doing a really good Weekly Inspiration. We had a lot of information in there. And Joey looked, and his exact words were, "Oh, smack." We got through the entire thing and forgot to hit record.
So, with that said, we are going to do our best to try and recreate what we recorded the first time.
Yes, absolutely.
So we can do this.
We can.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Not that we're practicing to be perfect.
No, because perfection.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Anyway, I commented on Kathy's shirt in the first video, or
did.
sweater. I said,
Wow,
Kathy, that's such an unusual, nice sweater.
well, I don't think the first time you said unusual, but I think he's probably adding unusual this time because I did share that
Yes.
I got it when I was down at.
I don't know it.
Yes,
Machu Picchu.
he said it.
I did say it again?
Yeah.
Wow. Machu Picchu.
Oh, now we said it
Machu
wrong.
Picchu. Okay.
Yeah, when I went down to Machu Picchu a year and a half ago, and I got to see the locals making everything from the very beginning to the dyes, and I've got some pictures of it.
Yeah. Yeah, so we definitely want to see those pictures.
Yes.
Bring those pictures in because I'm the type of person who loves that show, how it's made.
Yes.
Yes,
Exactly.
so we can see, because it's orange and it has, it's pretty cool.
Yes, and it feels really nice too. Very soft.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway.
Yeah, anyway, so let's talk about the subject today.
Yes. And
Go ahead.
today's all, last week we talked about going through transitions and how so many of us are going through transitions today or these days. And I thought it was pretty important to also talk about where we can get help and guidance from. So many of us go to counselors, accountability partners, families, friends, life coaches, and that is all very, very good.
Yes.
And we should look for guidance and help from others. But while we're doing that, we also have to make sure that we're looking at who we're turning to for that guidance.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, if we're going to a friend or a family member that spent most of their life in a cube,
Okay.
working in corporate America, and you're talking to them about venturing out and starting your own business, they will most likely come from their own filters. So they may look at it as being very scary because they've never done it before.
Sure.
And say, "Are you absolutely nuts for
Mhm.
doing it?"
Mm-hmm.
Or it may be something that they've always wanted to do and say, "Yeah, go for it."
Mm-hmm.
But without having the experience, they may not be the best person to help guide you along the way.
Sure.
So, like you said in the first video, if you go to somebody that's already been there and done that,
Yes.
they're the ones that can really
Yeah,
help
those are the
guide you.
mentors you definitely want to go to. Someone who's been successful at it and can guide you in the right direction.
Right, and learn from their mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
We always want to learn from somebody else's,
If
if we can.
Well, as parents, my parents, anybody's parents, they tell you don't do this because they're going through their experience, but we do it anyway
Yes,
because we need to
We do.
experience it.
absolutely.
But if you're smart, you'll listen to their advice, right?
Once in a while.
Once in a-
right? Like put a jacket on when you're going out in the snow.
That's right. Yeah, and again, family and friends, when they give you advice, they do it out of love.
Yes, they do.
But you also mentioned that sometimes a friend can say it because they don't want you to succeed,
Right.
or at least be above what they're doing.
Or it comes in the face of, it shows them or reminds them of what they perhaps should or could be doing, and now you're an example, and sometimes it's scary.
That's right.
Where they're like, gosh, if they succeed and they go out there and do that, how am I going to explain
Yeah.
still doing what I'm doing? And again, there's nothing wrong with being where you are if that's where you're supposed to be. The most important guide that you can listen to is yourself. Listen to your heart, listen to that intuition, because if you're following your passion and you know in your gut that this is exactly what you're supposed to do, then 9 times out of 10 you're going to be spot on.
Yes.
One of the examples that I gave actually it was last week. It was when I was looking at the bank.
Oh, yes.
It was on paper, and one on paper was definitely the better offer, but everything in my gut said to go this way, and it ended up being a really great decision. A friend of mine, who I just ran into a week and a half ago, he had made the decision to leave corporate America, start his own company, and he's a father and a husband, so he's the breadwinner for the family. And they decided to go out and do this venture. He and his wife started the business together, but they also made the decision to not tell their family for an entire year.
Wow. Yeah. Well, that's a very smart move, in my opinion.
Absolutely, because this way they didn't have that negative chatter. Are you sure you're okay?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes. Yeah. So if you're planning to do something, you definitely have to condition yourself to not take the negatives from other people. If you're planning to do something, most likely the majority of the times you're going to get, oh yeah, go for it, and then you're going to get to the point where people are not going to say anything.
Right.
The no attaboy section, they call it, or the no attagirl section. So they're going go, no attaboy, it's all quiet.
Nobody's there patting you on the back.
Patting you on the back, and you're just going. And I promise you, once you hit that other side of the no attaboy to where you start to see the rewards, it's going to be well worth it.
Absolutely. And then if you're following your passion and you're doing what you absolutely love, it helps you while you're hitting that no attaboy zone, or if you're hitting roadblocks, it's that passion that's going to continue to drive you through.
Yeah, and when you do what you love, we talked about it earlier, restoration versus escapism. Restoration are the people who love to do what they do when they take a break, whether it's the weekend or they go on vacation. What they're doing is they're restoring themselves so that they can hit it again.
That's right.
Really hard, harder than they did last time. Where people who don't really like their job, they're just there because they're there to make money and survive, whatever. 9 to 5. They go on these vacations, or they look forward to the weekend, and they don't think about work. They just want to get away from it. Escape. They want to escape from it. That's why they call it escapism. So, what are you at? I mean, are you restoring yourself, or are you escaping? And if you're escaping, you're probably not in the business or the occupation that you should be in.
Yeah, and even if you are not looking to start your own business and you're looking at perhaps changing jobs and you're going into another job, there's still extra energy that's expended.
Yes.
I used to always call it the "where's my pencil?" When you start a new job, right? Everything is new. Where's the bathroom? Where's my pencil? Where do I get paper from? Everything is new. Everything's a struggle. After you've been there for a few weeks, those things all become easy.
That's right.
So if you're also getting a job that you're not really crazy about, now you've got added frustrations and barriers. But if you are starting a job that you absolutely love doing, or perhaps even more importantly, if you're starting a business and it's centered around your passion and things that you love to do, because when you start a business, you have to live and breathe it to make it work.
Yes.
So it better be something that you enjoy doing.
That's right. And sometimes it might take 2, 3, 4, 5, even 5 times to find out what you really like to do, because you may do it and say, that's really not what I like to do.
Right, yeah. Well, that was a learning process.
Yeah. But, that's what we're here on this earth to do, is to find what we really want to do and really put our gifts into it and use it and just love to do it.
Absolutely, and that's how you figure it all out. You look internally, what are those God-given talents? What are those gifts that were given to me? Because, I hope I get this right, Red Skelton, remember that comedian? I don't know if you know.
I know the name, but
okay, he was a comedian, and his hair was always kind of crazy. But he had a quote, and it was wonderful. It said, your talents and your gifts are what God gives to you. You using those talents and gifts is your gift back to God.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Wow, that's powerful.
So are you going to give the gift back to God?
Yes. Find a way.
Yes. So,
until next week,
have an inspired week. Bye.